thrashing like crazy. It's been a little while since we did some updates, and holy cow, we got some stuff going on around here. It's absolutely crazy. Just picked up a couple 4L80 transmissions today. We got another 5.3 liter LS motor. These things breed around here when we turn the lights off. We're thrashing like crazy to get the Bel Air on the road for back to the 50s because it was actually canceled, and then they decided to put it back on again once the mandates for COVID-19 released. We are actually going to be able to go to a car show for a change. Only bad thing is we got the cars in a million pieces right now. We still got the wheel tubs to finish up. We're just fabbing up new mounts for the air compressor tank, putting in a new air ride system in it. Also putting new valves, new tanks, finishing up the inside of the trunk. Have to finish the wheel wells up, get the ride height controller system in there, get all the wheel wells in there, get all the compressors mounted, new gauges, everything is going into the dash. There's so much stuff going on around here, trying to get this together, trying to get all the parts and pieces out of the rest of the cars that we parted out, the Chevelles and Corvettes, getting rid of all the rest of this stuff, getting things cleaned up, getting things in the container box organized. Still have to finish the steering on this because the steering actually was a problem because when we put new body mounts on the car, it raised the body up enough where the steering interferes with the headers now, so we have to either modify the headers or redo some of the steering shaft in the column to get the column to drop down far enough to make the steering clear. There's still no transmission in the car yet either, so we got to put the tranny in it, we got to put the air ride in it, we got to fab the wheel wells on it, we have to fix the steering woes on it just to get this thing ready for back to the 50s. Also, with all these LS motors that have been breeding around the garage, we've been rounding up parts and pieces to put a bunch of them together. So we got a whole bunch of them, hoping to get these things ready for back to the 50s. We are just thrashing like crazy trying to get so much done. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get the car done. We're going to try. We signed up for the swap meet, and we're going to try to bring some of these motor combinations out to back to the 50s. So if you guys are going to go out there, you're looking for an LS motor combination, I could possibly set that up for you and have that motor delivered out there or somewhat close to it. So we got a whole bunch of LS motors. We're finally getting parts and pieces for these things. I don't know if everybody else realizes that this supply chain has really been messed up because we've been waiting months and months for pistons and rings and rods and bearings and everything. These are the tires that are going on the Bel Air. So these are 335/35 18 tire. The tubbing was to make room for these 13-inch wide wheels. Those are going on the Bel Air. We're going to take them off of the Chevelle for right now. All the rest of these parts and pieces are all LS motors. 6 liter right here, aluminum 5.3 liter right here. We got pistons, rods, rings, bearings, oil pumps, all ready to go in. All of these motors have parts and pieces. This is just a disaster. This was literally cleaned up a week and a half ago. Holy cats. This is crazy how much stuff we got torn apart. We've been just going like crazy, pulling all these LS motors apart. Finally got all the parts and pieces. We got cylinder heads all taken apart. We got pistons, rods, rings, bearings, oil pumps, cams, lifters, everything ready to go. We also have this setup motor, this mock-up motor, just kind of mocking up some Chinesium headers that we got. Absolute craziest thing in the world. These Chinesium headers that we picked up for a song, they don't even remotely fit. The bolt pattern is like a half a hole off on all the header flanges. How do you CNC header flanges when you don't even check the fitment of them? I don't get that. That's the kind of stuff you're going to get with Chinesium. You get anything Chinesium, you have to machine and modify everything. You can't just use it just the way that it is. So take that for advice. Is it going to be worth it to save some money? Maybe, maybe not. It could be up to you whether or not you make it worthwhile or not. Sometimes you modify it. Sometimes you don't buy it. That's all there is to it. What's going on with the Chevelle chassis? Everybody's going to ask. Well, I don't know. They've just been robbing parts and pieces off of it for the other Chevelle that we're building. I never said that I was smart. I'm just very motivated. So we're going to try to get some of these motors, trannies, combinations, and everything all set up for a couple different builds that other people are building that we're going to set people up with. Come on in here, check out what we got going on this way. As you remember, when we went to Jeff Schwartz's shop down in Illinois, we stopped on the way back and we picked up our 52-inch power shear. Oh my God, this thing is awesome. Still got kind of some wiring hobbled up just to try it out to make sure everything works. We fabbed up some caster mounts and some lockdown mounts so we can roll this thing around now effortlessly and use it. And we got our other Whitney Roper brake that it works just awesome and everything. We got that in here now. We also have everything in here changed since the last time we did an update on the shop. Our first video that we posted, every single thing in here has changed. We got a different shear, we got a different brake, we sold the other 2-foot brake, we sold the 5-foot brake, we ended up picking up a press. We gotta get this duct saw finished up yet and everything. We're mocking up some Chevelle front chin spoiler and everything here, making some different designs. And we're going to start making some fiberglass molds out of this. This is just a mock-up front spoiler design, and once I'm happy with it, I'll foam this whole thing. We're gonna sand it all, and then we're gonna duplicate this so we can end up selling some of these chin spoilers. So if you're remotely interested in a 70 Chevelle body style, 70 through 72 body style for a front chin spoiler, once you see the final design of that, we can duplicate it and start making some fiberglass molds is what we're going to make out of these pieces right here. So we're working on the Chevelle too, we're working on the Bel Air, and holy cow, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's over 11,000 registered cars at Back to the 50s. It is phenomenal, it's awesome, it's just a great fun show, and can't wait to see you guys there. So can't wait to see you guys see what's coming up next. I told you guys we had a lot of stuff going on. This garage has never been such a disaster, and if I said that, that'd really be a lie. So that's not true, but it is full as full can get right now. We got a lot of stuff going on. Back to the 50s is one of the most awesome shows in the world you're gonna see. It's absolutely awesome. We're gonna do some coverage of that, and hope to see you guys there.